Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to start chapter 3, Little Frog in the Well. After reading this unit, you will be able to understand a fable as short story with animals as characters and a moral at the end. Now there is an important word that is here in this statement. This is fable. Fable is actually a moral story. A short story that conveys some moral, that is called a fable. In this story, animals are character, and it is a very interesting story having so many characters like frog, like yellow sparrow, so many birds that are there. But all these characters, they behave as if they are human beings, having senses, having emotions. Then the next point is learn synonyms of words, means to learn the words having the same meanings. You can find the words from the Google also. You can Google a word, you can find one, for one word you can find so many words. This is called the synonyms, means the words having the same meanings. You can use your thesaurus, you can use your dictionary for that also. Now practice conversation for effective communication. How to communicate in a better way, that will also be taught in this lesson. Think in English for fluency of expression. It is very important that if you want the fluency in expressing, then you must think in English instead of all the time translating the things. First to think in Urdu or in any other language and then translate it into English. This is not the correct way. The correct way is just to think in English. Then you can adopt the fluency of expression. Analyze a monologue as a speech tool. Now there is another important word, that is a monologue. What is the meaning of monologue? Mono means one, means self-speech. When no other person is present, you are talking to yourself, or you are expressing your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts, your inner self. Then this is called a monologue or self-thinking, but in the form of speech. Your thoughts that are in the form of a speech. This is called a monologue. Then complete a semantic map for 3 verbs. This is also given in the exercise. Semantic means related to meanings. To complete a map when the words that are also related to the main word. That we will do when we will do the exercise. Practice a modal verb must for 2 uses. Must, this is also a modal verb. How to use that? That will be taught to you in the exercise. Write conversation and story as guided activities. How to write a conversation means how to write a dialogue. When 2 people, 3 people, they are talking, and that will be that can be in a story also. When we will read the story, we will concentrate on the dialogue also. So this activity is also there related to this unit. Find strategies to offer help. How to help other people. Find the ways how to help other people. Then next is express fluently through quotations, idioms, speech act and fun reading. You know, this is a part of all the units. Fun reading, idioms, speech acts, quotations, these are the parts of all the units. So we will also learn that in this unit also. Enhance fluency of expression through quotations, idioms, speech act and fun reading. Obviously all these things are there in all the units. So that thing is also there in this unit. Now we come to the pre-reading. Number 1, activities. Do you know any idiom on a frog in your mother tongue? For example, in Urdu we have kuएं का मेंढक. This is also an idiom and that is in Urdu. You can find others also. Share any other idiom linked to an animal. In the previous chapter we have learned have bigger fish to fry. Have bigger fish to fry. We have learned it in the previous unit. And in this unit also we will learn so many idioms that are concerning to animals. So this was all about your pre-reading exercise. Now we come to the actual reading, Little Frog in the Well. Please learn the chapter again and again. Improve your reading. You can take help from this video. Try to learn yourself. Try to do the practice of reading. Actually, this is the exercise to improve your reading skill. So do that again and again so that you may become fluent in your reading. Now let us start the chapter. My little friend, my good friends, imagine if you were to live at the bottom of a deep dark well. What kind of a world would you see? This is just an introductory line that is written by the writer. So this is a story of a frog who was living over there in a deep dark well. He was born over there in the well. He didn't know anything about the world outside that is so big and beautiful. He considered that this is the whole world and there is nothing important outside. He didn't want to go outside the well. The birds that flew, he enjoyed them, he talked to them, and these birds, they say that you should come out of the well, but he was so stubborn that he did not consider it important to go out of the well. Once a yellow sparrow came over there and he convinced the frog to go out of the well, but he didn't show any kind of response. But ultimately the yellow sparrow picked the frog and put him outside the well. When he saw the mountains, the river, the different kinds of animals, the beautiful nature all around, then he came to know that the dark well, that was just not the whole world, but the world is so big and beautiful. So the moral of the story is, then one must have a wide vision. The people who have the wide vision, they enjoy life and they do something in the world. Sky is the limit for those people who have wide visions. And the people who don't have the wide visions, they are like the frog that was living in a deep dark well and who considered the deep dark well as the whole world. So vision is very important in life. Now let us start the reading. There was a little frog who lived at the bottom of a deep dark well. Now let us go down there and see what kind of a world he had. It was a very old well filled with shallow water at the bottom. The walls of the well were all covered with wet moss. When the little frog was thirsty, he drank a little bit of the well water. And when he was hungry, he ate some insects. When he was tired, he lay on a little rock at the bottom of the well and looked up at the sky above him. Sometimes he saw passing clouds. He was very happy and satisfied. So from this paragraph, it has become clear that a little frog was living over there in a deep, shallow water at the bottom of a well, and that was the whole world for him. He didn't even think to go out of the well and to see the wide life that was all around. He didn't know that the world is so big and beautiful. He was just living over there. That was the whole world for him. Now we come to the second paragraph. The little frog had been living at the bottom of this old well since he was born. He had never been to the outside world. Whenever a bird or birds flew by and stopped at the edge of the well, the little frog always looked up and bragged, "Hello, why don't you come down here and play with me? It's so pleasant down here. Look, I have cool water to drink and countless insects to eat. Come down. At night, I can watch the twinkling stars. And sometimes I can see the beautiful moon too." So the little frog who was living over there, he was not only satisfied by what he had, but he was also convincing the other birds that were that flew from there, that the bird that is there inside the well That is so beautiful. That he had water, he had insects, he had everything. He could see the stars and he could see the moon also. Rather, coming out of the well, he was convincing the people. He was convincing the other birds that the world in which he was living, having all the things, so they should also come over there in the well. Then come to the next. Sometimes the birds would tell the little frog, "Hi, little frog, you see the outside world is much bigger and nicer. It's many times more beautiful than your little well at the bottom." But the little frog would not believe them. "Don't lie to me. I don't believe there is any place that could be better than here." So the birds, they try to convince him that this is not the whole world. The world outside that is so beautiful, so big. You should also come out of the well. But he was such a person that he didn't believe in that. He thought that all these birds are actually telling a lie. Gradually, all the birds began to dislike him. They thought he was too stubborn and stopped talking to him. Stubborn means he was too much consent. He had the consent that he will not come out of the well. He didn't have any wish to come out of the well. So they stopped talking to him. The little frog could not understand why nobody liked to come down to his nicer place. Then come to the next page. It's page number 36. One day a yellow sparrow stopped by at the edge of the well. The little frog was so excited too. He greeted the sparrow and invited the sparrow eagerly. "Hello, Mr. Yellow Sparrow. How are you? Please come down to my most beautiful house." The yellow sparrow did not say a word and flew away. The next day, the yellow sparrow came again, and same thing happened again. It went on for 6 days. On the seventh day, the yellow sparrow finally said, "Little frog, may I show you the outside world?" But the little frog refused the offer. Now what had happened? A yellow sparrow came over there, and he tried to convince the frog that he should come out of that well and see the beautiful world. But as usual, the frog, he refused to show any response. And the yellow sparrow, he came over there for 6 days continuously. And on the seventh day, he said to little frog, "May I show you the outside world?" But the little frog, he again refused the offer because he didn't have any intention to come out of the dark well and see the beautiful world outside. So I think it's enough for today. Now read it again and again. Do the practice of reading. Thanks.